I need a Darth Vader voice changer.
Hello. Welcome to the first layer, my pretties.
Oh, that would be great. You can open it up like that.
You got a good cackle?
Oh, we are on.
Yeah, we're live everywhere.
You can do the cackle for me.
Woo!
Oh my God. Okay. Got to make sure that everything's right.
We should probably close the door.
Well, probably.
Well, Derek has to come in though.
Derek will be coming in.
Is Will here today?
No Willow today.
Oh.
Will Wheaton.
So as you can see, I've been transformed into a little minifig, Lego minifig.
Make him dance around.
Thank you to Ben Eady. I think it looks great. Ben, you're amazing. Now I want a really big one for my office. I want a life-size one for my office. And then it can do the show. We've got actually a pretty decent show for you today.
Hopefully.
Well, we're not talking about anything in particular, but we are celebrating 100 episodes. So run that intro, Frank.
Here, that's a picture.
Hey, welcome to Coffee with Rich or the First Layer, whichever you want it to be today. It could be anything you want. Hey, guess what? We're
Pizza
celebrating
with Rich.
100 episodes today. Look at that. We got a cake that says 100. We got a 3D printed 100. We got liquor. We got pizza. We got a whole bunch of people in the studio today, and we are having a good time. I want to introduce you to, first and foremost, my right-hand girl. This is Jess Corniching. And she is wearing her sunglasses. I told her she couldn't wear a helmet today, but so she wore sunglasses and a hat. So she's masquerading as a meth dealer.
Incognito. Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Seller.
She's a meth
Cook,
seller.
sorry, meth cook.
Meth cook.
Like Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah, she wants to be.
Science
Did you just
So-
say science, bitch?
Well,
She
that
did.
was the PG for today.
She did. There goes the PG. Yeah, there
There's
goes our
views
PG
up
rating.
here.
So I can't believe we've hit 100 episodes already. Wow. I want to introduce you to a couple other people too that help this show from time to time, and one guy helps this show a lot. And he is the man on the computer right now, but I'm going to get him to slide into frame here. Come
If
on
I
in.
have to be on camera, so do you.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, there's Frank.
Okay, oh.
You guys have heard his voice. Frank does a phenomenal job here helping us out. He's been with us for quite a while now.
Hi, Jerry. Yes,
Since-
I am a gangster.
Since when did you start? Back in November, right?
November, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, November.
He first got his taste of the First Layer when we went and did the show together in
Oh yeah.
Maker Faire.
Maker Faire, yeah.
Maker Faire. Yeah, and he got to see the craziness that is the First Layer, and from there on, he's been a part of the show ever since. And one of our more vocal, I like to say more vocal, but he's a genius in his own right. Brian Baker's here.
That's terrifying. That was too close.
Terrifying.
Wow.
Hello,
So let me-
I'm sitting off camera today.
He's like, look at the camera. He's looking at the screen instead.
Yeah,
There it is.
yeah, like
I just saw it
production
pop up.
101.
Production
Hey,
101.
You know the microphones over here, they probably can't hear
Yeah, they
yeah,
can't hear
just
you.
hearing like some kind of mute guy
Yeah.
in the back.
All they're going to see is just this. Blah.
Oh,
You
Kevin
see-
Johnson's coming to get pizza.
All right.
Kevin, yeah, we're going to
Come
introduce
on in
Kevin
here,
too.
Brian Baker.
Okay,
There's
Come on in, Brian.
I'll
We're gonna
squish
get-
up here.
yeah,
we get
come-
a little cozy.
we're definitely getting cozy.
We're
Because
getting
now
cozy.
I can do this.
No, get up from the box. We have pizza in front of it. Maybe we should close these up.
No.
Do you guys want to see that? It's good pizza.
It is
Well, they're
good.
not sponsoring us. I had to pay for this, so
Yeah. So we thank Brian for bringing the pizza. I brought some liquor. Jess
also
brought
brought
some
liquor.
liquor. I picked up a cake for us. It's a little cake, but you know, I'm a fat guy, so I don't need much.
We should probably do this. There, now they can see the one.
There we go. I don't even know where my stream is. Where's my
You okay,
stream? Frank's dying off camera.
What did you do?
Quit laughing at
I don't know what I'm doing today. I have no clue.
It's a free-for-all.
There we go.
Yay!
There we
Everybody
go.
say funny things.
No, don't say funny things. Well, everybody say funny things. So I want to get my Restream chat going here.
So unprepared. See what I have to put up with.
Yes, we have
Yeah,
been snacking already, Jim McGregor. I got to say hi to a few people here. So Jim McGregor, hi.
Hi,
And
Jim.
Hey.
it was Jim's birthday yesterday, so anybody in our community that missed Jim's birthday, make sure you go say happy belated birthday to him today.
Do it.
Greg Sorensen, hello, sir. We got Kevin Johnson. We got Dave Newmeyer, Jim Fribank. Yeah, hi, everybody. I don't know who's over here on the other chat yet, but I'm going to find out in just a few minutes.
Which one? YouTube?
Yeah.
YouTube. We got Jerry. We got Cheryl C. She can't stick around, but she's wanted to say happy 100th.
Thank you very much.
Print 3D channel is here. Trevor D's around. We got
Don the German printing nerd.
Mark Baker.
Mark Baker, hello, everybody.
Yes, my evil, louder clone.
Oh.
Don is not present today. So
Don is not
we'll see,
present.
We'll see if he comes around.
So let's quickly dive into 100 episodes. Somebody should blow out those candles before they melt all
All right,
over.
Jess. 1, 2, 3. Make
Blow.
a wish. That means blow.
Blow. There we go. The fire alarm's going to go off anytime
Now's the point
soon.
when we
Did
dive
they
under the
not
table,
go out?
right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they all went. So
Suddenly becomes
let's talk about
discussion.
100 episodes. Where we started, where we are now. We've changed the studio around, as you guys know, and you can see the changes that are going on. And you're going to see those changes going on periodically throughout the next couple of months. But Brian, I want to ask you first. You've been a member of this community almost from day one.
I think so,
So, yeah, I think you have.
since you actually told me about it.
Well, we started promoting a little bit before October last year.
That is true. That is true.
And I kind of wanted to get your opinion on the show and what you liked about the show, what you don't like about the show, what you think we can do different.
Well, starting with what I like, let's go with you tell me when I'm wrong.
Okay,
Something wrong. You tell me when I'm wrong.
it's
No,
the old guy in me.
I like the fact that we are covering all sorts of diverse issues, from the simple to the complex, and it's nice knowing that we that you don't have to know anything to be coming into this. You know, everything's covered from the ground point up, whether or not you are brand new to it or you've got 4 years experience and put hundreds of dollars in your printer. It's good for everybody, and I adore it.
Excellent. You know, I just to touch on that a little bit, when I designed this show originally, it was to help those who were new to the hobby. Because when I got into it, and I've told this story a few times on the show, there wasn't a lot of help out there to get into 3D printing. It was very, very strange because everybody did this. Hey, my name's so-and-so, and this is what I printed on that printer with this filament. Have a nice day. But they never went into real detail about how to clean up your prints, how to display them or make them into something that you're proud of and make it your own. It's great to be able to grab something online and be able to print it out, but where do you go from there? And that's kind of, you know, where the show has kind of evolved now in 100 episodes. I mean, we started out just talking about exploring 3D printing, and now it's become so much more than that. We've gone to maker fairs, we did comic conventions, and I think at the end of the day, it's not just about the STL, but it's about what can you do with it once you've created it on your 3D printer.
Absolutely agreed. And this is probably the first time I've actually gone past just printing a model and putting it on my shelf. I've never even sanded a model prior to the show. So, I mean, show of hands out there, how many of you have done the same thing as me? You got a shelf full of models that are not painted, not sanded, but you're like, oh, okay, that looks good enough, and I'm going to break it.
I didn't even consider half the things you could do, you know, until the first layer came about, because it's not just the topics on the show, but the questions that the community asks as well. It makes you want to research things and learn more things about that. So
It does, and if it wasn't for the community that we've built now, and you guys are amazing, because over on YouTube we're just under 1,500 subscribers. In my wildest dreams, I never thought we'd be there this quickly. And over, what is it, 12,000 or 10,000 viewed hours? You guys are consuming this show, and thank you. Without you guys, this show wouldn't exist for sure. And it means a lot to me. I'm going to cry.
There's paper towel.
You
down
go,
there.
then I'll go.
But it means a lot to me that you guys want to listen to some old fat dude talk about 3D printing. And through that, we've been able to build a great team. You know, like Jess and Frank and Derek, who sponsors the show here for spool3d.ca. And all of the Patreons. I never thought in my wildest dreams that anybody wanted to pay me to do this show. And the Patreons you guys are amazing. I mean, through your help each month, we're able to pick up things that we need for the studio why am I holding a lighter?
I was just thinking that.
I fidget. If you guys have ever watched the show, you're always going to notice I'm fidgeting with something. Where was I going with that? Anyway, you guys are what make this show happen for me, and your suggestions and your questions and your prints showing up on our Facebook page. And I encourage you, if you're not a member of our Facebook page, please go over there, become a member, because it's easy to sign up. We greet everybody as they walk in the door, so it's kind of like a personal handshake. And we welcome you, and everybody there has a voice. And everybody that comes in on our live streams have a voice. And I want to hear those voices, and I want to see what you guys want to see on the show. And talking about the evolution of the show, I never thought in a million years you guys would want to see me paint something. But you do, and that's amazing to me. And Jess, what stands out in your mind over the short time that you've been here helping us? What's the most memorable thing for you since you come on?
Perverted chats with this dude on YouTube.
Do we have the alien in house today?
No.
I
No.
thought she was going
It's
to
at
say
my
teasing
house.
Richard,
Oh.
actually.
Mind you, there is a
Brian
pickle
instead.
over there.
Oh, that might work.
Well, okay, so perverted with him.
Oh, there's Dawn. I
So
knew
she
he'd
gets
show
so
up
she
today.
gets perverted with
I get perverted with anybody.
That's true. You did not see the footage that we
There you
shot.
go.
There we go. There's a little pickle Rick. Frank's pulling a pickle Rick. Wow, that just came out all kinds of wrong.
Change one letter.
Frank's pulling up Pickle Rick. Everybody leave. I ought to be alone.
So where was I go? Oh, our trip to Penticton. I laughed, I teared, we farted.
Girls don't fart.
Hey, Jess, are you going to airbrush your dragon? Jim McGregor wants to know.
Giggity. But yes. It's printed
Why
in
does
the
everything
last-
sound like that today?
Yeah.
Airbrush your dragon, baby?
Because I'm in house, that's why.
That's why, yep.
It has one piece left printing. It should be done in about 2 to 3 days.
Who's the
and then
gangster
I
in the
will.
middle?
Who's the gangster in the middle? That would be Jess Corniching.
I have a face, everybody.
And she has a voice too.
The verdict on whether or not I have eyes is still out.
She does have eyes. They're beautiful.
That's
Um,
what Jim said.
See? See, people want to see more of you
Very few
and
people
less
have
of
ever
me.
seen my face without my sunglasses.
So with the whole team here,
Frank, you should be in
yeah,
camera,
you
too.
should be in here too,
Get over
Frank.
here.
Busy
If-
talking to people over here.
We have the chat up
Excuse
right
you.
here.
Tell them to all leave Facebook, come to YouTube.
This
No,
is
no,
what's
we
easy
got
to
them both
do.
up
Oh,
here.
you got the Restream. There you
Yeah,
go.
If I have to be on camera, then so do you.
Yes, Frank, come on
Yes,
in the
sure,
shot
I will.
right now.
You should have this camera going.
Do it now.
So with Frank here and Jess, they are going to be starting a new segment. Come around here, Frank. Come around.
Oh, we're going to announce that?
Yeah, let's announce it now. So we're working on a new segment. We've got a working title for it, and it's just going to be Frank and Jess that do the segment.
Is that a pickle, Rick, in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
And we're not going to tell you the title yet, but let's just say what they're going to do for you guys is going to make you smile, it's going to make you laugh, and it's going to give you some food for thought. How's that for a
That's
brief introduction?
good. Can we ask the community, though, too, because we want to sort of bust some myths about 3D printing. So all that stuff we talk about online, and all the times you ask one simple question and you get 60 people answering you, and those 60 people each get 5 or 6 rebuttals about it, and there's still really no solid answer. So we want to find out what myths in the maker industry and in 3D printing are there that we can go out and do all the big testing, the destructive testing, the non-destructive testing, and just test the limits of all these things that we hear all these myths about, and just get down to the bottom of it. So if you have any suggestions, email Richard and let them know what you suggest, things I missed that you've heard of that you just want to get to the bottom of, you want us to get to the bottom for you, and we're gonna do a little 1 month show to do that.
We want to light some fires.
Light some fires. We're gonna burn things. we're gonna try to blow up a hot end. We're gonna do you know, melting temperature tests. We want to do any of those things. Drop us a line. Let us know what you want to see, and we'll get those done.
The wife's asking if we're ever going to see you without dark shades on.
I don't know.
There you have it.
was
You don't
that?
know.
Oh, that was
My wife.
Well, Jerry's seen me without.
Ban the
Yeah.
No,
glasses,
actually, she
Richard.
hasn't.
Ban the glasses.
Yeah.
I can't.
They're prescription.
Kevin's watching us while he's driving.
I forgot my glasses at home, conveniently.
I'll just join the
Conveniently.
glasses crew.
There
yeah,
you
there
go.
you go.
So, Kevin Johnson, who is somewhat of a sponsor of this show, he owns Creative Factor. He does all of our printing for us. He did this lovely banner in the background. Kevin's watching the show and driving at the same time. I really hope he doesn't get into any accidents, but he is on his way here.
Oh,
If
is
you
he?
do,
Yeah, he's on his way here. He's going to come in and pop his head in.
He
and-
wants some pizza.
He wants a pizza.
and if you do get injured, I'm pretty sure we can reprint some bones.
There you
Yes.
go. It's not like we have any shortage of printers.
No.
In the back here, we're printing Luke Skywalker, and we're printing parts to rebuild Jess's ANET A8. We're going to make it into a metal frame. That's going to be coming up on the show as well. Next week, what are we doing? We got a lot of stuff
Fucking
going on
up.
next week. We're
Fucking up.
taping a segment or a whole show on building an A6,
Yes.
an ANET A6.
Oh, and big shout out to Colin Cheney.
Yes.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Colin Cheney, happy birthday. It's from all of us here at the First Layer, and I'm sure the community as well, wishing you a very happy birthday, sir. And I just saw him the other day. And why is he not here today? Colin, why aren't you here today? You've been on the show a couple of times.
Where's my phone? Let's call him. Seriously, Frank.
What?
My phone's beside you. It's the one with the shattered. Yeah, there you go. I dropped my phone. You can't 3D print.
Trevor's excited for the ANET A8 rebuild, which is Jess's machine.
It's an A6, right?
No,
No.
hers is an A8. We're going to do Colin's A6.
Should I phone him?
Yeah, phone him, see if
Alright.
he's around.
I'll
We'll-
put him on speaker so everybody
yeah,
can hear.
that's right. See if
We'll
he's
make
working.
it really embarrassing for him. He might be at work. He never goes
So
out.
although I can see all your comments, whoops, my bad.
Yeah, I thought he was A6. I'm like, oh,
Frank.
shut up, Frank. Are we
We're-
making a
we're-
phone call on the
Yeah,
air?
we are.
We are.
We're phoning
This is
Colin.
a radio show. He's not going to answer because he knows.
It's ringing.
Either that or he's at work.
Yeah, probably.
That didn't stop me.
That's true. You're playing hooky.
Yeah.
Look
Don't
at that.
tell
Some
anyone.
of us can leave work whenever we want, though.
Probably shouldn't have told him I was on this broadcast.
Oh, voicemail.
Oh.
So coming up, we've got my head scan. We're going to be printing that off. I'm going to show you guys what I did to print that off. It's not here in studio because I haven't printed it yet. I'm going to start printing it this weekend. And you guys will get to see that. We'll talk a little bit about the settings that I used to print it off. The hardware we already talked about when Ben Eady was on the show. If you guys haven't seen that episode, make sure you go check it out and check out Ben Eady's YouTube page because he's got his own little video when we were actually doing the head scan. And it was kind of weird. Now, Brian has also brought over a scanning setup that we're going to play with a little bit. And apparently it all uses Windows 10
It
software.
does.
So let's tell a little bit about what that does, or
So-
what it is and what it does.
For those of you who are unfamiliar, Microsoft used to sell a PC kit for the Xbox One Kinect camera, to which they discontinued it, and the price went up to about $300 or $400 for a little dongle. So some people online started going and figuring out how to make the quick modification to make it work with the computer. And with that, as soon as you plug in a Kinect sensor now into Windows, at least for the Xbox One version, I got to verify the 360 version, you can now use the Windows 3D Scan and 3D Builder applications to do full 3D scanning with no extra applications outside of what comes with the Windows Creator update. So we've tried it in-house here a little bit. We're still tweaking the methods, but it developed so far quite a nice point cloud. So I will be scanning Rich here and whoever else wants to, and possibly talking with Ben Eady and seeing how the results came out.
There you go.
And he just scanned Frank.
And he just scanned Frank.
Many
Frank has a
times.
big hole in the top of his head because they didn't scan the top. So what we're going to do with Frank's head is we're going to make it into a flower pot.
Flower pot Frank.
Flower pot Frank. There you go.
We're gonna replace the Groot.
Yeah.
Alfredo Broto,
We could.
a
chop
great
his
greeting
head.
from Italy. So we've got Italy watching today over on Facebook. Welcome, Alfredo. Thank you for joining us on our 100th
See
episode.
Mr. Emilio Vitten there.
I see Mr. Emilio Vitt. We see Rudy Yetten as well.
Everybody's here.
Everybody's here. Trevor D's here. James McGregor's here. Print 3D channel is here.
From Las Vegas.
Ooh.
Las Vegas. Hashtag flower pot Frank.
That's actually lost wages.
Chia.
That's Las Vegas.
That's lost wages.
Wouldn't it be
We could.
Frank?
Yeah, it'd be
Well,
Make him a
Frank.
chia.
I already got a chia.
There's an
going.
idea. Let's make a Frank Chia.
Let's do it.
Do a Frank Chia.
I already have a chia going. Have you seen my head?
And Germany is also with us in the house today via Don, the German printing nerd. We got Italy, we got Vegas, we got people from all around the world watching today, and I think that's great. You guys are, again, like I said, the best people to have because you're active, and there's Frank poking his head in.
You're not allowed to have any cake because you're sweet enough.
I am?
Oh,
Ha!
Aw, when did,
I'm not
when
sweet
did
at
you
all.
get nice?
I'm not.
this went quite wholesome today. I
Nice.
It is, yeah. She's not her regular old self. So let's talk about some things coming up on the show. We've got my head scan coming up. We've got I'm going to look into doing some AstroPrint stuff, showing you guys after I finish my initial tests using AstroPrint. I'm going to show you how to set it up and do it yourself. And what AstroPrint, very much like Octoprint, a little bit more convenient for anybody that's using an Android device, from what I understand so far. So you guys are going to get to see that. You're going to see more time lapses coming up on the show as we progress forward. And for anybody that watched the show on Wednesday, you know that we are making changes to our Patreon, and we're going to start different series. And the first one is Emilio Vitt's Dark Side. I won't go too much more into that today, but we are going to feature on those series. I want to feature our local artists that are part of our community. If you have something that you want us to build, you have an STL that you'd like to see us do on the show from beginning to end, just get in contact with me at richard@thefirstlayer.com, and we can certainly make that happen. Frank's been working very diligently on our website. Frank's doing a great job. We're almost ready to launch it fully. And then we are adding a store, so it'll be shopthefirstlayer.com. You'll be able to get our First Layer t-shirt there. You'll also be able to get keychains while we still have them in stock and a few other things. So we got a whole bunch of stuff going on coming up for you guys.
Yes, we do.
What else do we got coming? We got what are the shows we got coming? Oh, 3 Minute Thursday.
3 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Talk about that. That's brand new. Yeah.
Oh.
3 Minute Thursday is going to be once in a while. You'll see me just have a new episode just for you guys on Facebook and YouTube, and it's going to be our 3 Minute Thursday, and I'm going to try, fingers crossed, I'm going to try and give you a tip or trick in 3 minutes. And hopefully I talk a lot, so it may be 4, maybe 5 minutes, but
And depending on the day, you might only last 30 seconds.
and yeah, depending on the day, I may only
We're
last
gonna have
30
them on a
seconds.
timer and a buzzer. And you're done.
Yeah.
There you go.
Frank, you need to go get Derek. He needs to pop his head in here.
He's got a client. He's got a customer in there right now.
Kick him out.
We don't
Yes,
do that.
Bring him on.
Alfredo saying Richard is great, always surrounded by beautiful girls.
Brian is
Thank
the most
you.
beautiful.
Brian's the most beautiful girl I know.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Hey.
baby.
It's the haircut.
It's the haircut, yeah. Look how bad that hair is.
Oh, put it back on. Put the hat back on.
Back on. Put that shirt down.
Take it off. Turn off.
Turn off the lights and then get naked.
I noticed you.
Hey, there's Minnesota Maker. Congrats on 100, he says. Thank you very much. Wow, we've got a lot of people watching today. Holy Christmas.
Dawn wants to have some of our cake.
Don wants some of our cake.
It'll be there in 6 to 8 business weeks.
Yeah.
16 bit. I don't.
I wouldn't guarantee,
We don't guarantee
The condition.
Yeah.
yeah, that it's not moldy.
It.
Or a cracker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a cracker, yeah.
Who doesn't
Well,
want chocolate crackers?
Yeah.
Cracker by then.
So, if you guys didn't know, this was Jess's very first,
Senpai noticed me.
yeah, Santa. Oh, is it because I'm wearing red today? Oh, okay, I'm Santa today.
I said senpai, not
Oh,
Santa.
senpai. I thought you said Santa.
Santa noticed me. That's gonna be.
That's good.
Or like
That'll be a brand new
Saint.
meme from now on. So this was Jess's first airbrushing. If you guys didn't see this on Wednesday, this is her Mewtwo, and
That's from a guy named Carmelo over on Patreon.
Carmelo over on
He's a
Patreon.
beautiful artist, so please go and give him a like too.
There you go. But she did a really good job for her first airbrushing, and she learned to use silly putty for airbrushing as well.
It was silly.
That's how she got that really nice curve right up there. You guys can't see that, but
Curves.
curves.
Real Pokemon have curves.
I won't say the Pokemon joke again.
How did you find using the silly putty? Like, did you have to do anything special with it, or just like literally just press it in and that's it?
Yep.
Yeah, stick it on and round it up, and away you go. This was another one of Jess's paint jobs. She was very, very tired while she was painting this, but I think she did a fantastic
I remember falling
job.
asleep while I was doing the black lines.
Oh, did
I was
Oh,
sitting
no.
in my chair going, nope.
Were you doing that at the
This was while we were
Yes, I
out
was.
at Pentacon. And this model is by, let me see, okay, there we go. 3DNG. 3DNG, I think you can find this one on Thingiverse.
Yes.
It does say Marvel on the bottom as well. Jess did a phenomenal job for being 3/4 asleep. It did take a little bit of a ding coming home, but that's no big deal. We can repair that.
Also, Dawn, my hair is actually down to here. It's just in a ponytail, as you can see. There you go.
So we are Derek Morris. Thank you very much, Derek. Speaking of Derek Morris, I have your beer here on the table, which we are going to open up and enjoy here very soon. Thanks for coming out to see us at Pentacon. It was a great time. I hope you had a good time. I didn't get as much time to spend with you as I would have liked, because as you know, on Saturday it was just a madhouse in there.
You should have come on Sunday. We had nobody.
Yeah, Sunday seemed. Let's talk a little bit about that. Saturday was great. A lot of people came by. Talking about 3D printing,
so
more
fun.
interested in purchasing the 3D prints that we had than anybody else. But and we had a little problem with Square, but that's par for the course. But Sunday was it was like half the people were there on Sunday, right?
Yeah, it was like half the admission.
And I spent half the morning painting, so I wasn't paying attention to anybody. But I think it ended too early on the Saturday, just between you and me and the fence post.
He's going to go find Derek.
Oh, he's going to go find Eric? Okay. And I think it ended too early on Saturday. It could have gone till 8 o'clock. It probably would have been a better attendance on Saturday if it had gone a little bit later, I think. That's just my
Yeah.
opinion. We're going to bring Derek in here. Derek is
He
the
doesn't
owner.
wanna- Where's the Iron Man mask? Yeah.
Derek is the owner of Spool 3D, the company that
Our famous sponsor.
our
finally
famous
answered.
sponsor. There's Derek right there.
You want to borrow my hat?
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Take your son.
There
So-
you go, front and center.
No.
You promote your business.
They're
Yeah,
prescription.
I
have a
think we need a
seat.
testimonial.
Yeah, I think we do
Something
too.
with Frank.
Well, I just
Something
came for the
behind the
cake.
scenes for
Oh.
He just came for cake.
Well,
Now,
there's the knife.
I got to thank Derek because he had faith in the vision that I had for a show about 3D printing and offered me this wonderful space as long as I talk about him every show.
I'm pretty sure you
So,
described him.
how has your you started this company in your basement, right?
I did, yes.
Let's bring the mic a little closer to you so people can hear you.
Okay.
Get it out of the cake.
You're too
There we go.
soft-spoken.
Am I?
Yeah, you're very soft-spoken.
Sorry.
So,
Sorry,
I'm
not
Canadian
sorry.
too. Sorry.
talk about how you got started in this business a little bit.
And his
Sorry,
phone
my
goes
phone
off.
goes
That-
off.
that's okay.
I just started out with a one-off 3D printer from M3D, and then it got a little bit out of hand. So that's
Well,
what
you
I
started
thought.
selling filament, right?
Yeah, I brought in a cubic meter of filament just because I wasn't happy with ordering everything out of Ontario, and it went from there. Started getting requests for parts and printers and everything. So here I am.
There he is. And in February of last year, you opened the doors to Spool 3D, the retail store.
Yep.
And it's been going well. I mean, I haven't left since you opened the door.
You just kind of moved in.
Yeah, I just kind of moved in.
He showers in the
Just showed
back.
up and never
Yeah, I got a hammock back there too.
Me too.
How's business been since you opened the doors?
It's increased quite a bit. I think people trust it a bit more when there's a physical location rather than out of a basement. But
There you go. So remember, here I'm going to do the pitch now. You guys hear me do this every show. Print it right. Print it with spool3d.ca. They've got everything that you need from
It's gonna go right over his face. Look at that.
printers, filaments, and parts.
right on me.
He splattered his face.
So remember, when you're ordering, if you're in Canada, orders $140 and over, free shipping in Canada. And print it right, print it with spool3d.ca because they've got everything that you need. Go
Jim
check
wants to
out their
know where you
website
get-
today.
Jim wants to know where you get your spool, where you get your filament from, Derek.
I get it from China. I went through a few manufacturers, but yeah, I asked for the best they had, and it
And
works
you
great.
got it.
That's
Get
all
what
I
you pay
print
for.
with. Now I've tried MG Chemicals. I've tried other no-name Chinese filaments. What other? I've tried eSun filament, and I've tried Derek's filament. And long before I even had the show, once I found Derek's filament, I got to tell you, I was hooked. And it, to me, is probably one of the more superior filaments on the market. And the fact that it's available locally is even better for me. Well, I come here every day anyway. So if you guys are in the Calgary area and want to stop in, I'm here Monday to Friday. Derek's here Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. We do the show here, as you guys know, out of here 3 times a week. But I also help Derek from time to time, make sure that the orders get out, and talk to you guys when you come into the store, because you know what? It brings new people to the show. For those who haven't discovered it, and we still find daily when people come in that they don't know that we do a 3D printing show. And to me, that is amazing.
Got another question for Derek.
Sure.
Jim Ribnack is asking if Derek is going to add filament for use with master spools.
I have some refill spools coming this month, and it will be released hopefully before the end of June. But they work, you have to print your own Spool 3D filament spool because the master spool just doesn't fit our coils.
Well, and the STLs will be available on the website
Yep.
for download. I'll put them up on the First Layer website as well. And once they're made available, I'll make sure that all you guys in the community know that our version of a master spool is available. And you're right now printing a giant project.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's a big project. And you're using a printer that is very impressive. Actually, 2 printers that are very impressive. One from Amarubot, which they sent to us to play with. And I haven't had a chance to play with it yet because he's been occupying it all the time. And Derek built himself what I can only term as the quietest 3D printer I have ever not heard.
It is really quiet. It's huge and it's
It's
still really
huge.
quiet.
What's the build volume on it?
It's 300 by 300 by 700.
That's a big printer. So he's printing his big project. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but as things get done and we start to piece together, we'll take some pictures and we'll put them up on the website and up on Facebook as well. So Derek, thank you for, I guess, having faith in my vision and allowing us to do the show here and have all these crazy people drop in once in a while and drive you crazy. And
Thank you.
Jerry wanted you to know there's cookies in Richard's lunch.
Okay.
I have cookies for you.
Yes,
Yes.
they're over there.
My wife makes him cookies.
They're delicious.
He only gives me some of them some of the time.
That
Maybe
is a
they're just
lie.
for stealing.
You're getting me in trouble with my wife because she's on right now.
I know, that's why I said that.
Maker
Those
Mike's
don't exactly look like cookies, just telling you. You might have to get that closer to the
thought
camera.
he was
need
gonna-
to
I
set
thought
up
he
a
was gonna grab
franchise
one.
system. Wish there was more brick and mortar 3D stores around. Be nice to be able to just run to the store and grab parts or a roll of filament.
Yeah.
So
Derek,
that
we
was
need
for you,
franchise.
Derek.
Okay.
I can attest to poor Derek here. Hello, I'm still here. That the number of requests I've had for you to be open on a Saturday
I know.
is outrageous.
I need some time off too.
Yes.
I told you I'd run the store on Saturday for you.
I'll work
I got no problem. I'll run the store on Saturday. I know how to use Square. I don't know how to count, but I know how
want
to
to
use.
bring my dad here, but he's always working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5.
You got lots of help. Now you
So
know.
I want to know from you guys, these guys, I want to know what you guys liked about the last 100 episodes. What has kept you here? What you like about the show? What you don't like about the show? Please, now's your time in the chat to either roast me or host me.
Roast me or host me. I don't know
Emilio
if you
says
should've,
the cookies look like a big bag of weed.
I don't
Thank
know.
you.
Cookies look like a big bag of wheat.
Yeah, because I held this up. It like,
He
like
just
a big
dangles in the corner, looked a little green, you know.
So there you have it. We've got a great team. We're going to keep doing more episodes for you. Our 1 year anniversary is coming up October 4th. Mark your calendars for that. We're going to do something special for that.
More cake, probably.
More cake, bigger cake, because, you know, it's 1 year.
Get us those suggestions for maker. For
Yeah,
Mythbusters.
give us your suggestions for Maker,
Mythbusters or Maker Myths.
Maker
Maker
Myths.
Myths.
I think that's the working title right now, Maker Myths. We're going to be still giving stuff away as we move forward. The series on finishing your 3D prints is going to be for our Patreon viewers of $5 or more. That's going to be starting June 1st or June 2nd. Oh, we got our FedEx guy here.
Oh,
Thanks, guy.
Let's bring the FedEx
Bye,
guy in
Derek.
and say hi. Oh, no, he's too shy. He doesn't want to come in. You can come on back in now, Brian.
Okay.
Who's
I'll
that for?
migrate over.
Not for me.
Trevor D says the good-looking cast keeps me entertained.
The good-looking cast keeps them entertained.
I'm sorry we couldn't bring him in today.
Yeah. Sorry, none
We'll
of
get
you
a
are here.
Costco cake, my wife says, next time around. We'll get a Costco cake.
Jim has a comment on Facebook.
Sure. Jim, the family type atmosphere and the knowledge of the participants. Well, thank you very much. That's great. I'm glad that you guys get something out of the show. I do my best to research stuff before I tell you about it. Some of it's from my own experience. Some of it's from Jess's experience. You can, as you guys know, we did a whole episode just on Jess's CR10 3D printer.
And we're going to be doing one on my ANET A8 too.
And we're going to be doing one on your ANET A8.
Please, guys, take it from me. Don't upgrade your machines. I did it twice, and
You don't
both
need
machines
to,
broke.
See?
Only upgrade if you need to fix something or something needs improving. You don't
That's
need to upgrade
right.
it for no reason at all.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I preach this all the time, but you know, guys, get to know the printer that you purchased before you listen to the interwebs and you go out and start printing numerous amount of parts and a numerous amount of crappy STLs that people have put up. Just play with your printer, get to know it, find out where the shortcomings are, ask some people for help, and that's what our community on Facebook is all about. Is everybody there will have some sort of opinion on something that you may be having a problem with, and there's a lot of great minds. Brian's one of them. Brian has been instrumental in helping a lot of people on our Facebook group. I do what I can, but as you can imagine, you know, with filming for 2 shows a week and then doing the live stream, it takes a lot out of me. And now I'm moving to my home studio in the evening to start doing the painting series and showing you guys how to finish your 3D prints, because I don't know about you, but as much as I love seeing 3D prints in their raw form, there's something appealing and sexy about them. I think by finishing your prints, you now have made your own collectibles. You've made stuff that you can give away to family and friends, and it doesn't look like a piece of plastic. It looks like something you would find in a store. And not everybody can do this, and I understand that, but with practice, anybody can do it. Because you know what, if this fat old guy can do it, you can do it too.
Or me.
Maker Mike's has a comment on YouTube.
Sure. Maker Mike's, let me find it here. The personalities and your willingness to take time to answer questions, as well as the bulk of the content that has been presented so far. Well, thank you very much, Maker Mike's. You know, not all of our shows are winners, but that's, I'm glad you guys are getting something out of the show. And again, you guys, the community, are what keeps this show going. And we're going to keep growing. I'm sure, although YouTube still has not monetized the channel. When they do, I want to ask a favor of everybody that watches. Please let the ad roll, because that's how YouTube monetizes us. You don't have to click on the ad, but just let the ad play. Usually it's at the beginning of the show, because our shows are only half an hour, 25 minutes at best. Sometimes we go on.
As well from 3D printing something or other. I can't see it over there.
3D Printing Trucker. You're going to do series for finishing for Patreon supporters. Yes, I am. As I make that change, if you guys go up to patreon.com/thefirstlayer, under the posts, which are public right now, you will see the changes that are coming July 1st. There's going to be a $1 level, a $3 level, a $5 level. At the $5 level and above, you'll get access to all of those videos that I do on finishing 3D prints, painting them, you know, guiding you through the step-by-step stuff.
Are you playing footsies with me?
Yes.
We have some entertainment going on under the table.
Ooh!
We don't see Jess's hands, and we don't see his feet.
That's a really odd way.
It is an odd way to phrase. I'm putting my
This
hands
is a
back
creative
up here.
show, isn't it?
It is a creative show.
Yes.
I'm gonna just keep my
Off to
hands back.
Patreon I go, 3D printing
Bring 'em back.
trucker says. What else we got going
Alfredo
here?
wants to see your evil look, Frank.
The evil look of Frank. Frank, come give us your evil look.
Evil look? I don't have one.
I think he looks a little constipated.
No, you gotta come up straight from the center, right up in the camera.
So the 100
Just
that
do
you
a
see
Brian
down
Baker.
there on the front of the table, that was printed by Derek. Came in this morning. He had a 100 printed for me, and we're going to hold on to that. That's going to go on a special shelf here, and we're going to keep that in the studio. What's happening with the studio? We are still in transition. A lot of you guys have said you really like the black background now.
I like that I kind of blend into it. I just look like a floating head and arms.
That's the way we see you too.
Yeah, I thought so.
Just kind of a floating head.
I'm just here.
If you guys want us to keep this background and not, you know, jazz it up, give us a thumbs up or a heart or a hell yeah or whatever you want to do over on Facebook or YouTube or wherever. We
I'm
can keep
not
the
watching
black.
the stream on my phone, you guys.
Oh, that's you.
We got
See,
lots of hearts and hearts and hearts.
we got hearts and hearts and hearts and hearts and hearts. It's
Frank,
heart.
it's a race.
It's a
It's
Are
an
you
ace.
getting it on
It's
your
an
phone
ace.
right now?
Yes. I mean,
So
no.
if you guys like the black background, we'll keep it for now, and then you know, maybe after we hit our first 1-year anniversary, we'll change it up again. You guys are going to be able to see my home studio that's not finished
Avert
yet.
your eyes.
Avert your eyes, yes, because it's not finished. So you're going to see some plywood on the wall, on an uninsulated wall at that, because I haven't insulated yet.
Keep the black, bud.
Keep the black, bud.
The banner does have to be lower, though.
You
You're
can't.
right.
It's already touching the floor.
Yeah, it's already touching the floor.
It is tall.
Yeah, it's
like
very
10
tall.
feet tall.
No, it's only 6 feet. Well, no, maybe a
It
little
wasn't
taller.
made for the studio. It was made for show.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
made. That's actually our show banner, the one we take out to shows and personal events.
Make a green screen.
You know, people keep saying that to me. That's the second person who said put a green screen back there, and the reason I don't,
It's a lot of work.
because it's cheesy. And I really have to bring up the lighting, because lighting a green screen, I've done it before. If anybody here remembers a show that I did called Between the Pages, you can find them on YouTube. We tried the green screen. It was too gimmicky, and you needed a lot of light to make that green screen work right. And we're in a
Tiny room.
12 by 13 room here in the studio. I know it looks much bigger on camera, but it sure the heck isn't.
We've just got greetings from Scotland.
Greetings from Scotland.
That's
John
rude.
Jones from Scotland. John.
I love Scotland.
He's a new
That's not rude.
maybe?
I got a little Scottish in me.
Doing imitations is rude.
Well, not really.
Scotland.
Imitation is the
It must be really hot. there.
is the
Sincerest
serious.
form of flattery,
There you
yeah.
go. I love Scotland. I love everybody in Scotland.
Hey!
Roasted Scotland. John
Frick.
Jones. John Jones.
You should have eaten
You're
this
not
on camera.
secretly the Martian Manhunter, are you? Oh, that's John
Actually, we
Jones.
could.
Sorry.
There you
The
go.
cables
It's,
in
it's
the...
covered up perfectly.
Look, it's a chocolate cable.
Oh, we have a chocolate cable. Do you want to lick the cable?
Wanna lick my
There, I
chocolate
fixed
cake?
it.
No, but now it looks like episode 1.
That looks like episode 100.
Oh, wait,
Oh.
I
Ta-da!
don't know what you're talking
We're gonna have big. Who took a chunk out of the corner?
Nobody.
Frank wants cake. So, guys, thank you again. Remember, if you like the episodes that you see and you're not up for a monthly commitment, you can always just buy me a coffee and go to buymeacoffee.com/thefirstlayer. All that money goes into the same pool, and we use that to get things that we need and upgrade our show. And maybe one day we'll have Jess host the whole show.
It'll be like Schrodinger's cat with my eyes.
Maybe we'll have a guest host come in once in a while.
Like Garrett Wong.
Oh, yeah. Well, Garrett and I have been talking.
Oh.
I can't tell you when, I can't tell you if, but we might have Garrett show up and talk about 3D printing. Teach him a little bit of 3D printing. So with that said, I am going to tell you guys thank you again very much for helping us get to 100 episodes and keeping me motivated. And I love your faces, I love your comments, and I love your participation. And I love these guys because they make doing this show a whole lot of fun. They tease me, they roast me, they let you guys roast me when we're doing the live streams.
We could literally do
And-
an episode about coffee roasting with Rich.
There you go.
We are actually going to do a coffee with Rich where I actually make coffee.
It's
Jerry,
gonna
Jerry
happen.
wants you to bring Spider-Man home.
That's
No,
my
that's
Spider-Man.
Jerry. That's her Spider-Man. Jerry, I'll make you a new Spider-Man.
Bread and eggs and milk.
And bread, bread, and eggs, and milk. Shopping day's tomorrow, honey. So again, thank you guys very much. Thank you, my team, Frank, Jess, Brian, Derek. Now you want to cut the cake with that?
That was the wrong end. Don't
Okay.
worry.
She's sticking a knife in my ear. At least it's not in my back. So until we see you guys on Monday, I have no friggin' idea what I'm recording for Monday, but I'm doing something. But you guys will see it on Monday. So until Monday, remember the first layer is always your foundation to a great print. We're going to go have some cake. You guys have a great time, and thank you for celebrating with us.